Is being a Shipt shopper worth it in 2024? In this video, I'm going to show you all the important things that you need to know, including a brand new earnings mode that might actually convince you to try Shipt, especially if you're not a fan of shopping side hustles like myself. First, getting qualified on Shipt, you need to be at least 18 years of age or older, a valid mailing address, a valid U.S. driver's license, and auto insurance. You don't need to own the vehicle, by the way. You just need to at least be an insured driver. And that vehicle needs to be a reliable, operable vehicle at 1997 or newer. That can't be a two-door sedan, and you also need the ability to lift 50 pounds. And then you see the smartphone requirements there. So being a Shipt shopper, Shipt now owned by Target, and actually that's where you're going to find yourself a lot. So let's say you arrive to a local Target. You're going to shop based on the grocery list provided by the customer, communicate any substitutions, item availability issues, check out using your Shipt prepaid card, and then make the delivery. Speaking of the orders, here's what you're actually going to do here. It can either be a shop and deliver order, pretty straightforward there. You shop, make the delivery. It can be a prepaid order, which is basically the same thing. You're still going to shop, but the customer has just already prepaid. You don't need to use a Shipt card here. Now, it could be a delivery only, arguably shutting out the most time-intensive part of this, the shopping here. So you go to the Target in this case, you pick it up from the associates that's already picked and pulled for you, and then you make the delivery. Or it can be shop only. So conversely, obviously as the name implies, I go to the store, a Target let's say, and I just shop for it because the customer is going to pick it up. Now with these different order types, you're going to have basically different tags giving you more information on these order requests. It could say drop off here where the customer is already approved. You can just drop it out the door. It could say early okay. So it doesn't have to hit a certain time window per se, as long as it's any time from the store's operating hours to the very end of the delivery window. Could be a promo order. There is bonus pay on Shipt, or there's an ID scan here for alcohol and regulated products. There's also bundles here, just like most any other side hustle, 2 or more assignments for one driver. For most of these runs, it's going to be shop and deliver. Again, you could have a delivery only, let's say, but the really bread and butter of Shipt is being a Shipt shopper. So how are you paid for going into the store and doing all that, making the delivery? Here's how you're going to get paid as a Shipt shopper. There's the offer pay, any bonuses, and customer tips. Now, something really unique here that is a little bit different than most side hustles here is Shipt says every shopper across all cities will earn at least $16 per hour for each offer. Now they continue on their support pages saying, and in many marketplaces where living costs are often higher, that hourly pay will actually be higher than $16 to more than $27 in select markets. Just keep in mind, Shipt says if a shopper takes longer, they're not going to add additional pay. And then likewise, if it takes you less time to do, they're not going to subtract any pay. That's not really a huge deal because again, most every other side hustle is like that. But with shopping specific gigs like Shipt and Instacart, really the name of the game is the pull rate or the item pick rates per minute. Just consider it's really different than food delivery, rideshare, or even parcel, that you're in charge of the time of the actual transactional process part of it, because otherwise, that's the restaurant making the food. Otherwise, that's Amazon pulling the products or Walmart pulling the products on Spark. In this, for Shipt, you're the one that's actually putting in that labor and the time for that transactional part. So here's an example from Shipt of what your offer card is going to look like. So right here, the Bed Bath & Beyond, we can see the delivery window between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Now this offer card does include promo pay if it's applicable, but not customer tips and any bonuses. Now here you're going to see the total items, and you can click on that 3-dot menu to get a breakdown of those actual items here. Completion time, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Again, shopping and making the delivery in this case. Estimated pay, $17.87. Then we have more information about the zone and again, the store there. And you can click on the map icon on the bottom left to see the pickup and the ending destinations. I'm just looking at $17.87 for 47 total items. It's going to take an hour. Yes, I'm hoping, but it's not guaranteed, I'm going to get the customer tip on top of that. I'm also going to look at that map icon to see where's the ending destination. Is that going to leave me in a busy zone? Because do I want to continue with Shipt or Instacarts or just multi-app with other niches entirely? Even this GNC, it's a, let's say 1 to 2 p.m. delivery window. That's fine, but it's only 11 items. It's going to be an estimate for 33 minutes for $10 plus hopefully a customer tip there. So 10, let's say $11 plus tip for basically 30 minutes versus 17 rounded up to $18 for just over an hour or an hour or so. Now, customers can add items while you're actually shopping. And actually, let's get more detail on the Shipt Pay model to go over how that actually works. Does the pay model account for items added to an order? Yes. Shipt does adjust pay if a member adds multiple items to the order after submitting it to Shipt. That means shoppers likely will see a higher increase in pay if the member adds, let's say, 20 items compared to 2. So remember I showed you the offer card from Shipt, the actual order request. That's the offer pay. And that's, again, before promotional pay and tips. So let's see how Shipt actually breaks down that offer pay for you. Number 1, estimated time and effort. This is actually how they're calculating their basically base pay, or they're calling it offer pay for you. This is based on store size, because imagine trying to shop and navigate your way through a small store versus a large store. Estimated time driving from leading mapping services, time of day, maybe there's traffic, rush hour, holiday season, apartment complexes versus single family homes. And I haven't seen a ton of side hustle apps that really delineate that, so that is good to see. Because imagine making the delivery with 10, 12 grocery bags navigating through an entire, maybe sometimes huge apartment complex versus just one single family home there. The likelihood and complexity of substitutions, extremely important, because literally time is money. And again, if you take longer, they're not going to pay you more. Now, both Shipt and Instacart have done a lot better job than when I first got activated in 2019 on these platforms, having preloaded substitutions and easy means to contact the customer while you continue to shop and wait for their response on substitutions. The promo pay added to some unclaimed offers as they approach their delivery window. That is pretty much exactly what Amazon Flex does for comparison. So if you sign up for a delivery shift, this is parcel delivery on Amazon Flex, if you're going to do one of their delivery routes, let's say they need a driver at 1 p.m. and they're offering $18 an hour at 12 p.m. Chances are you're going to see that offer go to, let's say, $19 at 12, let's say 20, and then $19.50 or 20 or $22 an hour, whatever it is, the closer it gets to 1 p.m. Now, personally, I haven't seen a ton of promo pay on Shipt. If there is promo pay, it's $1 or $2. And of course, that could vary by marketplace. Now, that's based on, again, if there's unclaimed offers, they're offering it as an incentive, but there's separately the bonus pay as well. Let me show you one example. If you complete 15 shops from Saturday to Sunday, kind of over the weekend there, earn $75. Here's how I want you to think about bonus pay if you're a Shipt shopper. This is 2 days here. So I'm looking at this. Okay, I need to be out there on Saturday and Sunday, 15 shops. So basically 7, 8 shops a day there. Do I have the time for that? Honestly, here's what you would do. I want the shortest shops possible because I got to do at least 7 a day. I mean, it's up to you, but that's what I would do. Shorter shops here, less items, get my 15 shops, and then in essence, you get a $5 bonus per shop. In essence, $75 after those 15 shops. So there's one for the whole day. It says today only, complete 10 shops, and then you get $50. Keep in mind that's just once. You can't double dip on this, basically, doing 20 and getting $100. And then there's bonuses at certain times. So we can see today from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., complete 5 and get $20. But here's the thing, you can get both. If you do 5 deliveries here, it counts for the entire day promo of $50. And if you can do 5 between 2 and 5 p.m., you'll get an extra $20 as well. You have to think about, in your marketplace, can I do 5 shops in 3 hours in this case? And again, it helps to get shorter shops in this case. If you can, then I'm just thinking, all right, 2 to 5 p.m., if I can do 5 shops in 3 hours, I'm going to get $20, in essence, a $4 bonus, plus the customer tips there. Does that make sense for me? Now, here's the thing with bonus pay that's very important. And if you've gotten this far in the video, drop a like on it, consider subscribing. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. The thing that I don't like about the Shipt bonus program is, unlike other platforms that let you get multiple bonuses at one time, they kind of block you from doing that on Shipt. A lot of the times you cannot get both the promo pay, the ongoing single bonus pay, because we need someone to take this delivery, and the grouped bonus pay. It's because they'll say things like this: promo orders, or of course, late deliveries do not qualify for the bonus. And yes, you can track it, but 100%, I will tell you, do not be late, because especially if you're going for a grouped bonus, it's going to take time to do these shops, and you don't want to not qualify just because you're late. Also, you're going to have to decide on the trade-off. Do I want to go for a promo order? We can see in this example, someone did a promo order. Is it more worth it to get the bonus pay instantly on that promo offer, or should I try to ignore that, and should I try to go for just non-promo orders because I'm going for this batch bonus? Now, one good thing that Walmart Spark, speaking of another side hustle platform, does not do is Shipt counts bundled orders individually. They say orders in a bundle will count individually towards a bonus as long as each order meets the communicated parameters. Again, it's not late, or let's say it's not a prior promo. Now, that can be good because if you can get stacked orders, like for instance, that bundle that I showed you, it was 5 and then you get a bonus. If I can do 2 stacked orders, so I don't have to be at the Target, drive to the customer, come back for number 2, I could just be there, get a stacked order, boom, there's 2. Then I'm going to make my delivery. I don't have to go back and forth as much to that Target. All right, now hold up. Don't leave this video just yet, because there is something that I actually just noticed as well that is new for a different earnings option if you don't want to be in the grocery store. By the way, some problems of being a Shipt shopper. The grocery stores, right? I talked about the item substitutions. What about your checkout lines? You're going to know those Targets best. Do they get slammed? Checkout lines, the item substitutions that I told you about. And then you have to make the delivery versus just picking something up. You don't got to handle all of that and then just make the delivery. If you're a fan of just picking something up and simply making the delivery, you might be a fan of this. It's their new package delivery option with Shipt. So you don't have to be a shopper. You can just sign up for delivery routes, get an estimated pay on the delivery route, drive the route, and get paid. They give us some insight here. So medium vehicles, the route average of 3 to 5 hours, or average of 30 packages. For some context, that Amazon Flex that I told you about, that package delivery, you're going to go to a warehouse and then they give you packages and envelopes. You drive the route, right? That is pretty comparable, because I believe the minimum route is maybe 2.5 hours or at least 3 hours. So again, very comparable there. And I feel like Amazon might even give you more packages than that. I feel like the average for, let's say, a 3 or 4 hour route is certainly higher than 30 packages. Larger vehicle, 5 to 7 hour routes, that is longer than Amazon Flex. The longest route that I've seen on Flex is 4 hours. Now, other platforms are piloting routed deliveries with Uber Eats. They're trying it. You can do Walmart Spark. They'll give you routed deliveries with 13, 19 stops as well. The only thing, they didn't really say the average pay on the routes. So again, Amazon, their minimum pay is $15. Now here in Pittsburgh, anecdotally, I typically see our minimum starting at $18 an hour. And I really like working on Flex, again, at 20, 22, 26 an hour. But here's our marketplaces. You got Denver, Miami, Atlanta areas, Chicago areas, Minneapolis, Philadelphia, Austin, Dallas, and Houston. Not here in Pittsburgh yet, but I guarantee you, when and if this comes to Pittsburgh, I'm going to sign up certainly for this delivery on Shipt. Overall verdict, though, on the Shipt shopper, the traditional workflow on Shipt, good or bad? Number one, delivery only has really always been the best. I'll say, again, this is just my opinion. Let me know down below. The delivery only option, if you can get it ideally on promo pay, that is ideal. You go to the Target, you just got to pick it up. You don't got to be in the store shopping for 30, 40 items, dealing with the item substitutions. If there is bonus pay, even on the shopping gigs, what I found is it's not a lot. It's not like, let's say sometimes DoorDash or other platforms like $4 or $5. It could be, again, it's market dependent, but sometimes you'll see it on the lower end of that. And again, the same thing that I've been saying with Shipt and Instacart, my biggest concern is you're trying to be fast and efficient, and just the shopping process, 30, 40 items. If you're familiar with the store, then understandably, you'll get better and better and faster with that pull rate the more shops you do. Now, keep in mind, that can be a very good thing or a bad thing. I mean, there's also parts of choosing a side hustle of doing what you like to do. So if you don't want to drive passengers on rideshare, if you don't want to go into all these restaurants, because there's still wait times at restaurants, if your thing is shopping, being in a grocery store, that's what you like to do, that could be a good side hustle for you. Most of these grocery runs, even on Walmart Spark and their grocery orders, you're going to have 10, 15 bags. Oh, by the way, the big packs of water there, it's going to be more effort, but I will tell you, not as much effort, in my opinion, as Amazon Flex. So is it worth it in 2024? I like the new option of the package delivery, but the traditional shopping platform, I think it's good for the right type of gig worker. If that's something you like to do, combined with a hopefully strong marketplace insofar as they're paying you 20, 25, 30 an hour, hopefully, because it is more effort than I'd say food delivery, then that, yes, could be a good fit. Make sure to sign up and multi-app within that niche there with Instacart, because maybe your marketplace pays better on Instacart.